Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. We are here today. I got my trusty sidekick, AB, and we are here to talk about some HUD homes. I got a new listing, y'all. I've been getting a lot of traction on it. A lot of people are looking at this property. This is the property, y'all. It's located in the Penrose neighborhood, 4561 Carter. This is a cute
Nice.
little house, isn't it cute? And you know what? It's only going for $17,000.
Wow.
$17,000. HUD priced this at 17, and I was so shocked. All brick. I mean, the brick on this house alone is worth $17,000, and for them to price it at 17,
Right.
I was floored. Now it does need a little work. That's to be expected with HUD properties. They're gonna need some work. You may have to do the roof. You may have to do the plumbing because our little neighborhood thieves go in and they strip some of these houses. So, but we got some good neighbors in this neighborhood that's looking out for this house. HUD Homes is a great avenue of buying a house relatively cheap. As you can see, this is the living room area. It has a fireplace. True enough, those are
Right.
plastered walls. So, you know what? You're going to go in any house. You're going to scrape and paint and replace windows. Just look at those floors. What would those floors look like refinished? There's another view of the living room. So it's like coming through the front door, has a little foyer area,
hmm
and it's a really spacious little house. That's another angle that I got. But look at those floors. If you get somebody over there that's
Hardwood.
professional and they refinish those floors, oh my God, you'll be able to slide from the front room all the way to the back room on those. Let's look at
Now,
some
is that
pictures.
an old fashioned radiator that I'm looking at
Uh,
in the living room?
the radiators are still there, but if you look on the floor right there, you see the registers because in the basement is forced air. So at some point they took them
Ah,
out, but they never removed the radiators in those.
right.
So it does
Right.
have a separate living room and dining room, and it's really cute. Okay, the kitchen. Now, quite naturally, this kitchen is outdated, as is most houses these days. They still got the green tile on the wall, so that's like from the what 19 what AB
1930s.
at least
1930s.
the third 20s or
Because the house should have been built in 1931. Am I correct?
I don't know that
Or close to it?
offhand. I don't know. No, I don't
Okay.
know that offhand, but I can pull the file and find out. Or you it's a part of
Yeah.
public
I
record. You can
suspect it
check
was
it out.
around then.
Yeah, you can
Mm.
check it out on public record.
Right.
That's another picture of the kitchen. When you are going into these homes, people, you have to go into a house with an imagination. What could I do to this home to make it mine? What could I do to this house to beautify it? You can come in with some nice cabinets, granite countertops. A lot of these homes, when they are redoing them, they're coming in with stainless steel appliances and really laying them out. This is one of the bedrooms. Look at that nice, beautiful woodwork. I love the woodwork. It pains me to see people paint over that woodwork. Look at that bedroom. So somebody painted over the woodwork in that bedroom. These are some nice little rooms. They are really some nice. Now the bathroom is outdated, as you can tell again with the green tile and all of that.
Right.
But overall, y'all, this is a nice home. Really, really cute home for 17,000. And this is
Right.
the sun porch area, like going out towards the backyard and the garage. A lot of people always saying, I always get beat out on HUD homes. Then you need to have your agent do a market analysis. Have them send you a snapshot of what's going on in the neighborhood, what the houses are selling for in that neighborhood. That'll give you an idea as to where you should submit an offer. But HUD homes are great homes that you can buy relatively cheap. Another thing that you could do on a home like this, you can do something called an FHA 203K, where you purchase the house, you get all your contractor, painters, roofing, plumbing, central air, heating and cooling bids, and all of that. And what you do is you're going to roll that up into a loan amount, and that's going to be your new loan. And then after you close, that's where the contractors get to work to get your house together. It's a process of making sure the work is done, they get paid, work is done, they get paid, and all of that. But that is a great way of buying a house and fixing it up. I think that's a great way. So, what do you think, AB?
Sounds fantastic. Sounds fantastic. One thing I'm really for is fixing up old houses, not just necessarily building everything new. Because a lot of old houses have features, very attractive features that you cannot get in a new house. You're talking about the woodwork, the ornamentation on the outside. A lot of times there's fancy designs on the outside, and it's just those little personal touches that just you don't really get those these days. Are they building new houses with fireplaces these days? A lot of them, most of them are.
It's a la carte. You paying for it. It's a la carte. You're going to pay
But
for
see,
it.
you get your fireplace right away with the
You
old
get
houses.
your
They're
fireplace
built
is
in.
included on this one. So,
Now you might want to break it over. It depends on what you want to do, but at least it's an option.
yeah, it's
Right.
it's a great way, especially with the housing market going the way it is, with the prices going higher. HUD properties usually come in under the market value, and kind of leave you a little room to go in and do some repairs and fix it up. You'll usually have some equity in your house when you get in those houses. Yeah, I've been selling HUD houses for about 7 to 8 years now, and it's been fun. I watch all kind of people get into great homes, but one thing that kind of angers me is when a person falls in love with a home and their credit is messed up. They can't get it. And I remember this a long time ago. And I always talk about this one house that I had. It was on the north side and it was $8,000. And people didn't have the money. Credit was not perfect. We couldn't even get the money. And so who ended up buying that house? An investor. And that's the reason why the first 15 days of a HUD property going on the market, the objective is to hold the investors back from gobbling the properties up, going in and rehabbing them and putting them back on the market at a higher price. This is an opportunity for home buyers, somebody who's going to live in that house, that's going to help stabilize that neighborhood, beautify that neighborhood. And that's their first objective. I'm going to play this video in the house, so that'll give you a view of the inside. This is me going through the porch to the kitchen. This is your kitchen. And I think I turned around so you can get a better view of the kitchen. I was trying to adjust the camera to get it bigger. See how spacious that kitchen is? And look at that pretty sun porch. When you're coming from the garage, you can kick off your shoes and not track the house up. This is the bathroom. This is evidence that there is a little roofing problem. Hey,
Right.
every property, you are going to get an inspection. With HUD properties, you do have a 15-day grace period to get that home checked out. I had to cut on the flashlight on this one, y'all, because in HUD homes, the lights are not on. Look at that spacious room and look at those woodworks and look at those floors. Oh, I see those floors beautifully done by a professional, sanded down, polyurethane, and oh, they would be gorgeous. Look how big that room is. That is a huge room. Now, this goes to the other bedroom. According to the city, you can't go through a bedroom to get to another bedroom. They might not consider that a bedroom. If you had girls or you had boys, that'll work out. But if you had opposite sex, then probably have to do something else. Look how big this dining room is. The pictures that I showed you earlier could not illustrate. And look at that foyer. Isn't that cute? Look at that living room. Cute, 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 cute. Dining room area. Okay, going back to, I think I went to the basement. So going to the basement. So it's just a dreary basement, but it's a pretty clean basement. Pretty clean. Another thing that I did was I drove around the neighborhood. I'm going to give y'all a view of the neighborhood. other brick homes in the neighborhood, well maintained. I think I went
Yeah.
up in 6 hour around
Feel like you're going down Dryden now.
Dryden, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so hold on, and later on, I'm gonna show y'all the little instrument that I use. Camera.
Place where you can vote close around there too. Very
Yeah,
close.
voting. Your
Within
voting.
walking distance.
Anthony actually lives in the
Lives in their
neighborhood. Also,
neighborhood.
he's familiar with the voting polls and all of that. Look at the other houses, how nicely maintained they are. So this is a great little
Yeah.
area. Another thing that I want to tell you is to inform you about, not tell you. When you are bidding on a HUD home, just because this house is going for $17,000 and you'd say, I want to go 17.5. You know what? You're probably not going to win that bid. How many other people are going to be competing with you that got $17,500 or more? You have to go hard. If you want these houses, you have to act like you want them and bid accordingly. Okay? Look at the cute little brick houses. The brick alone on this house is worth $17,000. If your foundation is good, even if your plumbing has been ripped out, your electric's been ripped out, you got to replace the roof, as in anything. If that foundation is good, you can work with everything else. Sure can. Look at the houses. Cute
Yeah.
little brick house. And you know what? The one thing about these homes, they are identical to the ones on the south side, and yet the south side homes are going for almost $200,000. But the north side is increasing, y'all. So that's what I want y'all to be aware of. The north side is changing. The prices are going higher, and you're going to want to get in on the north side. Y'all better get in before it's too late. That's all I say. I say get in before you can't get in. Okay? What do you think, AB?
I think that's a great area, and I can attest to the fact that it is pretty quiet around that area.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on.
So if you're going to put a bid on this property, come correct. Most of my HUD homes sell for over list price. Over list price. I had one home on Barclay. That home was listed for $61,000. Do you know that home sold for $132,000? I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
And it comped out. That agent knew how to go into the computer, look at the comps, and they bid it accordingly. It was a great house. It was a great deal. The comp supported what she offered. It appraised out with no problem. So to everybody, when you are just not HUD homes, when you are buying a home, period, when you're making your offers, you want to come in at a good price. First of all, you have to understand your market. Meaning, is it a seller's market or is it a buyer's market?
Which would you say it is right now?
It's a seller's market. There's not a lot of inventory out here. That's when you know that it is a seller's market. Everybody is running and outbidding each other for these properties because as soon as they hit the market, they're gone. If that house is priced right, it's gone. It's gone. Simple as that. It's gone. When it's a buyer's market, that means that there are a lot of houses. It's a slew of houses on the market. It's a surplus. It's probably 5 or 6 of them, maybe 3, 4, 5 or 6 on each block or within that radius.
But you know, the sad thing is that with all the vacant and abandoned houses you see, it should always be a buyer's market. It should always, because there's just so many houses out there. What I'm saying is not being fixed, that's not being maintained, that's not being renovated. There's just so many houses out there like that.
With the vacant houses, they have to be livable. They have to be able to pass FHA if that person is going to FHA, VA, or conventional financing, and it has to be able to pass the municipal inspection. So I do understand what you just said, that if we put more energy into fixing up current housing, then it will add to the housing stock. So that is a valid point. Yeah, but that takes a lot of money. That's not easy because they've let them fall apart. Or you should have, been rehabbing them or taking care of them instead of letting the roof collapse, letting 50 years of rain in it. You know what I'm saying?
I had a relative, we was renting from them, and the house had problems, but we were willing to fix the house if they would sell it to us.
Oh.
So they never sold it to us. After they died, they hadn't sold the house. They hadn't sold it to somebody that could have fixed it. They hadn't maintained the house. We moved out because they wouldn't maintain the house and they wouldn't sell it to us. And we was renting. So after they passed, the house ended up falling down. It had to be demolished. And it was just crazy. And I know it was a wooden house on top of that. So it really couldn't be neglected like that. But a lot of the houses out here are brick houses. And I think a lot of them could be brought back. But a wooden house, you can't play games like that with a wooden house. A frame house. That's what it was. And it was big. It was it could have been a really nice house. It was a shame. I hated to see that happen.
Wow. The frame houses are more susceptible to termites.
Yes, they are.
No, not to say that termites
you have to put your maintenance in on that.
Yeah, not to say that termites can't be present.
Like the wood parts of a brick house,
it'll be mostly like on the in the basement on the rafters or somewhere, but it definitely be. I've definitely seen termites in a brick home. Everybody, get you a house. You do not know how this administration is going to be. I'm seeing so much stuff come across my news feed. We do not know what's going to happen. And you want to get you a home. Get your foundation. Just like that foundation in that house, it seems pretty good. You want to make sure your foundation is okay. Because you know what? If prices continue to rise and you are renting, as those prices rise, the water bill, the sewer bill, or inflation in general, guess who that landlord is going to pass those increases to? You're gonna be getting a letter saying that your rent is increasing. And don't be surprised, y'all, if it's not just $50, if it's $100 or $200 or $300 increase at one whopping time. I'm just kind of feeling some kind of way. It's making you feel uncomfortable, but hey, gird your loins, prepare for the worst. What do you think, AB?
I haven't heard any promises from Trump to help new homeowners, so that's not the most encouraging thing.
Well, the thing about Trump is a real estate man. He's an investor, so I can see him looking out for the housing market. Yeah. If the housing market falls apart, then you know we're in a recession. You're gonna know we're in a recession before then, but you really gonna know it if the housing market.
But we always knew that if Kamala Harris had got in, there was going to have to be a lot more building of new houses. There was going to have to be a lot more of that, and there was going to or they would have had to fix up a lot more houses because it's just not an abundance of houses right now. So if they was to give out free money to a bunch of people, and that would have just increased demand, and houses would have gone sky high. So we always knew that before she could give out money to help people get in the houses, they were going to have to increase the inventory. We knew that.
They're going to increase that inventory. They got to.
Right.
But you know what?
Before they did anything like that.
I remember when I was working with a builder in the city, we went to this company. It was in, Missouri. They were manufacturing homes. And they were building those homes right in that warehouse. And I remember seeing a video online about Elon Musk. He's doing that too. It's called Box Homes. Anthony, why don't you see if you give me that link and see if I can bring it up. It's called Box Homes. And I think that
Box Homes?
Yeah, I think that would resolve the inventory problem with homes.
Let me look up Box Homes.
And you design your home and everything, and then they come out and they set it up within one day. One day, you can build a whole subdivision. And all of these derelict properties, tear them down. You got to do the foundation. Now, the thing about it is that these probably won't have basements.
I see. I'm looking at it right now.
Keep in mind, folks, that get your house. It's in the Bible. God always talks about land. Get you some land. Go to the land which I have told you to go to. It's called ownership. You need to own something. You cannot pass down somebody else's apartment to your kids. I remember one lady been in this house 15, 20 years. And her landlord passed away. And the house went to the kids. And the kids put it on the market. So this person had to, and she was an elderly person, she was forced to go and try to find something else. And then she said, Ruby, I don't want my house payment over $900. And I'm like, $900? I was like, you can't rent no house for $900 anymore. If you can, you better make sure you get it and stay in it. Anyway, get your piece of property, get your piece of land, people. We just wanted to jump on here, just talk, just shoot a breeze, just a little bit, and give you an update.
Yeah, I'm looking at these little tiny houses by Elon Musk.
Oh, no, not them darn tiny houses. No, I am not talking about tiny. I cannot.
Okay, you weren't talking about that.
I'm talking about the box homes. Google it, put it in YouTube.
Okay, tiny house, box homes.
They're called tiny
box
nothing.
homes, Elon. I got you.
Box homes. I cannot stand them tiny homes. I think.
Oh, you talking about Boxable?
Yeah, the
Boxable.com.
Right.
There you go. Oh, it's like Transformers.
Exactly.
The way the houses, fold the walls.
Put the
walls
link
fold.
Put the link in for me, AB, so I can grab it, please.
Yeah, it's Boxable.com. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, tiny nothing. I can't stand those tiny homes.
I traded it to you.
No, I think that tiny homes do not conform with what's going on in the neighborhood. It's about conformity.
Okay.
Everything needs to conform. Everything needs to look alike. No, I do not. Don't get to talking about my tiny home. Put it in chat on Zoom.
Okay, I did. Yeah, I dropped it in the chat to you on Zoom, the link to it.
Okay, let me see. Look, y'all, I got all these darn screens.
Okay, I'll just read the mission statement. So this is Boxable, Boxabl.com.
Great.
And it says the mission statement at Boxable, our mission is to revolutionize the standard of housing, construction, and affordability with an innovative technology-based solution to mass-produce homes using advanced manufacturing. These houses are literally like you think of the Transformers where, everything just folds out. It'll come compact and then the walls fold out and stuff like that. It reminds me of the way some of those fancy RVs are. But this is like a whole house. So this is pretty neat. They started around and they did the initial research and development in 2017. Okay, let me turn. So,
yeah. Okay. So this is it in a nutshell, y'all, these Boxable homes.
Okay.
So they actually come with your house already. It's in a box.
Right. It's boxed. It's in a box. What can I tell you? You see what I was talking about when I was talking about Transformers right now?
More than meets
robot.
Nice.
Something like that. Houses in disguise.
Yeah, houses in the look at this tall. And you know what? They have bigger and
that is
better,
big.
They have bigger and better models. They were like, I was floored when I saw that. I was floored. It was really nice.
And he says 50,000 for that too.
Some of those designs were starting at 10,000.
At 10,000.
10,000, and as you.
I can see if it's a small house.
It's just like a new construction. You start adding what you want, your amenities to it. I guess if you want a second floor, if you wanted more square footage and all of that, then quite naturally the price would increase. But the base was $10,000. I like that concept. I really do. I like that concept. I think
And
that
they
is
can,
going
all
to
you got to do is
solve
have a
the
piece of
housing.
land to sit it on. That's it.
Just yeah, the plumbing has to be there, almost just like an RV. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some hookup. I'm just wondering, are these all going to be, a slab? No, meaning no basement. That's all I'm wondering about.
Yeah, I mean, a basement would run into considerable more costs.
Exactly. And see, that's my point. It's almost like a new construction. The more you add, the more the
Yeah,
cost is going to increase. So,
right.
yeah. Yeah. Hey y'all, but that does it. We just wanted to pop on here, and I wanted to tell you about my listing at 4561 Carter Avenue.
Part
It's
time.
in St. Louis, Missouri, 63115. Call your agent or call me so we can get you into this house. The bids in tomorrow at midnight. So you have to have your bid in tomorrow by midnight. It's a cute little home, needs a little work, but overall, it is a great home. Like I said, it's going for $17,000. That's the starting bid. Go in correct. Have your agent complete a market analysis so you can see what the houses are selling for in the area. And based on that information, you submit your highest and best bid. Always remember,
Right.
with a HUD property, highest net will win the contract. Meaning, the commission on this property is $2,000, one to the listing agent and $1,000 to the selling agent. Okay, so
Okay.
if you go in saying I want to bid $15,000, well, guess what? The net to HUD is $13,000. So quite naturally, somebody else is going to go higher than you, and they're going to beat you out. So that's why you keep getting beat out on these HUD properties. So
Right.
it's the highest net to HUD, the bottom line, what they're going to walk off with. Just like if you were to sell your house, what's my bottom line? As in anything, come with the highest and best bid. There's still some good deals out here, but the competition is steep. You're in a seller's market, meaning there's not much inventory out here. Therefore, you got to be ready. If you are not ready, meaning your credit, meaning you're not pre-approved, whatever the case may be, you could miss out on opportunities, sweet opportunities. So that's it for tonight. And I want to thank my trusted co-host. And
Oh, I do have a question.
sure, who got a
When you're in
question?
a situation like this, is it best to be able to make a cash offer, or is that really don't float too well?
The thing about it is, if you're thinking that you're going to go in low and say, well, I got cash, it don't matter. Because if the buyer got financing, that's
Right.
cash too.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a check at the table. But cash talks better. Cash talks. But
Right.
that bid still has to be the best bid. And you just want to close it quickly. Do your inspections.
Right.
Get in your house. Get it fixed
Because I
out.
was
Get
thinking
your
of somebody
windows.
just walking up into up into the place with a sack of cash and say, "This is it."
You walk up
So
and
you know,
wait a minute. You walk up
but
in there with
that might not be good
wait
though.
a minute. You walk up and you know what? And we did a video on that, didn't we? Malago Jenkins did a video on there. You walk up in that title company with a duffel bag full of money, you going to jail. Okay, that's called tax evasion. Cause I'm
I thought about that as soon as I said that might not play too
no,
well.
you going to jail. Simple as that. Because I'm pretty sure some tax
They're gonna
evasion
get
up in that
suspicious and
mug.
everything, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, just
But
do it the normal way, folks. Do it the normal way
I think you better
with
be doing it
financing.
wrong. Exactly.
With
No, you can
financing,
pay
right?
cash. Cash always is good.
Okay.
Cash is good.
Okay.
It's
All right.
just that it's the highest net to HUD. Just keep in
Okay.
mind. It just depends. Cash talks true, but then again, if somebody come in hot and they're going through a bank, I'll go with the higher price because my net is higher. Okay. Okay, y'all. So that wraps it up for us tonight, and we will see you on the next video. Bye bye.
Take care, everybody.